Hey guys, welcome back to E-Bike Random Adventures. Today we're going to be taking a look at the isinwheel U2 electric cruiser. This bike is powered by a 500 watt nominal geared hub drive motor in the rear. It does have a 468 watt hour, 13 amp hour battery tucked up under the seat here. The bike is supposed to give you a top speed of up to 20 miles per hour and a range of up to 45 miles. That will be on the lower pedal assist levels, guys. We will take the bike out and see what kind of range estimate we get. The way I ride the bike, I am 215 pounds today. This bike does come with the 26 by 1.9 inch tall tires. These are Chaoyang branded tires. You do get a dual crown fork suspension up front. It's a little bit basic, no adjustments on that, but it is nice and soft. And the bike does come with a suspension seat post and a nice cushy seat. This is going to take up a lot of the bumps, guys. I have rode the bike around a little bit and it is quite comfortable. You do have an adjustable handlebar riser on this one, guys. You can do 0 degrees all the way up to 50 degrees. The bike also has a nice rack in the rear. This seat is adjustable, guys, from 33.4 inches all the way up to 40 inches, and you can step over this frame. It is a low step over frame. All right, guys, I am 6 foot tall with 32, 33 inch inseams. Let me take advantage of this step over frame. I will show you how I fit on the bike with the seat on minimum. Step through there, it's pretty easy. Sit down on the seat. I can just stand flat footed with the seat on minimum. The seat is right underneath me. So this is a pretty tall bike, guys, even with the seat on minimum. If you are a smaller rider, you can take advantage of this step through frame. You're gonna have to hop up on the bike and get moving. Let's take a look at this seat post. Pretty long seat post on that one, guys. It does include that suspension seat post. It does say 28.6 millimeters on the seat post. This is the minimum insert line. Let me put it there. That's the seat on maximum, guys. It is pretty tall. I'm not going to attempt to get on that. If you are a taller rider and you're going to ride with the seat like that, you could raise these handlebars up to the maximum. When you hop on this bike, guys, you notice one thing right away. This bike is very comfortable. It does have a very soft suspension. And then you do have this suspension seat post. The suspension seat post is a little firm, but it does give you some play. You do get a 7-speed Shimano derailleur on this one, and it does have 7 Shunfeng gears in the rear. The bike does have a headlight, tail light, and brake lights. No turn signals on this one. The bike does weigh in at 59.5 pounds, so it does have a little bit of weight to it, guys, but that's not very heavy for an e-bike. As good as this bike feels to sit on, guys, I think this is going to be a great cruiser bike. Let me bring you in here a little bit closer and take a look at the bike. All right, guys, here's the 26 by 1.9 inch wide Chaoyang branded tires. That's what your tread pattern looks like, kind of an all-terrain tread pattern. I do like the rims on this one, guys. They do have this little silver ring going around the outside with the black in the center. It looks pretty nice. Here's a look at your front dual crown fork suspension. There are no adjustments on this one, but it rides nice and soft. The bike does come with plastic fenders. You do get a bright 4-beam headlight on this one. There is a mounting spot up here in the front to mount a basket. Here's a look at the step-through frame. It does say isinwheel down the side. Your battery's mounted right here in the back. This is 36 volts, 13 amp hours. This is the charging port. It is the 5mm style charger. You do get a power level indication here. When you press this button, it does light up. Over on the opposite side, there is a key slot you can use to turn the bike on and off. You can also use this to remove the battery. The battery does have a carrying handle, and the seat does flip up to remove the battery. The seat is nice and cushy, guys, and it does have kind of a tough, leathery feel to it. Here's a look at the rear rack. It is removable from the frame. It is pretty long. I don't see a load rating on it. The overall weight limit of this bike is 264 pounds. Let's take a look at the crankset, guys. It is covered up with a chain guard all the way around. It does have some medium length crank arms, and you do get some solid plastic pedals. Back in the rear, you do get a Shimano derailleur. It does have the bash guard already installed, and you do get 7 Shunfeng gears. Here's a look at the numbers on the geared hub drive motor. It does say 36 volts, 26 inches. This is 500 watts nominal. You do get a bright tail light with brake lights in the back. The bike does come with some unbranded mechanical disc brakes. They do have 160mm rotors. You get the same setup in the rear. There's your rear brake setup, and there's your kickstand. All right, let's take a look at the handlebars up here. They are kind of swept back towards you, and it is a comfortable feel when you're riding. Over here on the left side, you do get some leather-looking hand grips that are bolted in place. They do have some stitching along the back. These won't turn on you since these are locked into place. Here's your mechanical brake levers. These are cable brakes, guys, so you can adjust the brake levers right here. This one does come with a G51 display, guys. You press and hold this M to power the bike up. This is your plus and minus for your pedal assist level. It does show up right down here on the bottom. You do get 5 levels of pedal assist. Up here at the top, you do get a power level indication, how much power you're using. This is your battery meter right here. You do get a large mile per hour reading, and down here on the bottom, you do have your odometer. You cycle through the M, you get trip, voltage, timer, back to odometer. This bike does have a top speed of 20 miles per hour. Let's try it out. There you go. Back brake is over here on the right side. This one does have the independent light switch. I like that a lot, and it does have a horn. Pretty loud. Over on the right side, you do have a thumb throttle on this bike, and you do get your 7-speed Shimano gear shifter. All right, guys, let's take this isinwheel U2 Cruiser out for a ride. All right, guys, we're out here on the isinwheel U2. Let's turn the power all the way off on this bike. Let's just try to pedal the bike. We're in gear 2. This bike has the 1.9-inch wide tires. You can ride this just like a normal bike if you want to. You can feel just a little bit of weight. 59.5 pounds is the bike weight. But it don't feel bad just to ride it like a normal bike. Pedal assist 1. We'll see if these are speed limited or power limited. All right, looks like it stopped at 10. Kind of speed limited. Pedal assist 2. See, my display is not that tight. Pedal assist 2, 12.5, 13 miles an hour. Pedal assist 3. Already up to about gear 5 here. It's giving us 15. Gear 5, pedal assist 3. This is a real nice pedaling cadence and speed right here. Very comfortable to ride like this. Let me turn it around here. We'll try level 4. Remember, this bike does top out at about 20. Get in gear 6. All right, giving us 18. Let's go ahead and bump it up to 5. Gear 7. Gives you right at 20 miles an hour. And the pedaling is just about perfect at this speed, guys. Real nice cadence, very comfortable. They've got this thing geared right. I can tell you my initial impressions of this bike. I like it a lot. Very comfortable to ride. Smooth. The gearing is right for the pedal assist levels. And I like these swept-back handlebars. And the fact that we got a nice cushy seat and a soft front suspension. You can bottom that front suspension out because it is so soft, but it's really nice for doing some street riding. This is probably about where I would cruise right here. Pedal assist 3, 15 miles an hour. Get some good range out of the bike like this, and it feels good. And plus you can get a little bit of workout. And if you are tired of pedaling altogether, this bike has a nice thumb throttle over here on the right side, which I like that a lot. It's much better than being over here on the left side, in my opinion. Got your independent light switch. That's a nice feature, and the horn. Let's stop up here. We'll put it in pedal assist 5 and we will try the hill climb on this bike. This is a 500 watt bike. I'm not sure what it peaks out at, but we'll see how it goes up the hill here. Let me use the throttle on this one since we got it. It's got kind of a mild acceleration, but it gets you going. All right, we'll see what we can hold. Dropping down. All right, got down to about 8 miles per hour. It's a pretty good angle on that slope there of that hill. So 8 miles an hour up the hill reflects the power level of the bike. 500 watts seems about right. I'm gonna go back down to the bottom and I'm gonna try the hill again, putting in just a little bit of pedal assist and see how it does. All right, I'm gonna pedal on this one. I'm not gonna push super hard, just give it a little bit of help. Just kind of casually rotate my legs like I would be normally pedaling. See if that makes any difference. Either way, the bike can get up the hill, pedaling or not. I am in gear 7 here, so. All right, so just lightly pedaling, we maintained 11 miles an hour up the hill there. I wasn't pressing very hard. All right, let's check this thing out. Check this out, guys. This is a nice, stable bike. Good one to relax on. Sit back, relax. I like these because you can sit up and stretch your back from time to time. You get tired of leaning over, you know. So I always have to say, if you can ride the bike like that, that is a really big plus for me. And the power level, it's not gonna toss you off the back or anything like that because it doesn't come on super hard. I've only got the handlebar stem on about 20 degrees. I got my seat up a little high, so really I could raise that handlebar stem up a little bit to be even better. But the way these sweep back towards you makes this bike really comfortable to ride because you can kind of just stay upright and pedal. You're not hunched over. All right, let's check and see if there's any delay on when the power comes on. I'm gonna rotate my legs now. Pretty much no delay. When you're rolling and you start pedaling, the power comes on almost instantly. Try it one more time. Yeah, as soon as you start pedaling, the power comes on. I did notice though, if you come from a complete stop, there's a little bit more delay on the power delivery. About a half a second. But when you're already rolling, it comes on right away. But the thing you can do on this bike, which is really nice and I like a lot, when you're starting from a dead stop, you can just start here with the throttle. Start your pedaling, and when you let off, there's no delay in the changeover or anything like that. Some bikes have a little bit of delay. When you go from throttle to pedaling, you'll feel it cut power, but it doesn't do it on this one. You can go straight from throttle to pedaling, and there's no hesitation. All right, let's get up to about 20 here. We will pull the brakes from this sign. We only got up to about 18, but stopped us pretty quick, guys. Locked up the tires, got a little sideways. So even though these are mechanical disc brakes, when you pull them good and hard, they definitely can get you stopped. Overall, they feel like mechanical disc brakes. Not quite as strong as hydraulic brakes. Get a little bit of sponginess in them. But like I said, when you really need them, they're there for you. It doesn't seem like there's any cruise control on this bike, but having this thumb throttle over here on the right side, it's very easy to hold this throttle. Take a ride down the trail here. I don't feel like going super fast today, so I'm going to turn it down to pedal assist too. Well, looks like we got a tree down on the trail here. Have to get that moved. Here's the big bumps. Front suspension is soft. And the big cushy seat is pretty soft with the suspension seat post. That suspension seat post is kind of basic, guys. It doesn't give you a whole lot of travel, but I can feel it moving when you hit the big bumps. Pretty nice, comfortable ride here, guys. Really enjoying this one. Don't sleep on these budget priced bikes, guys. Some of these budget bikes ride and are just as capable as the expensive bikes. Just because it doesn't have your fancy name brand on the side. You know what? I think this bike might be able to get us up the hill over here. I don't really have a reason to go over there with this kind of bike. This is a cruiser bike, but let's go ahead and try it anyhow. Gonna have to put in a little bit of pedaling for this one. It's on pedal assist 5, gear 1. Does have the big tires, so it's kind of helping us roll over some of the humps in this grass here. This is a range killer right here, so take that into account on whatever kind of mileage we do. No problem, guys. Made it over here. After doing the long hill climb, I wasn't sure if the bike had the power to make it over here, but after I did the little bit of off-roading there, I was feeling that it actually feels a little bit more torquey down low, so we made it up the hill here, no problem. I did pedal a little bit, but I wasn't really putting in that much pressure. Just something about these tall tires feels a little bit different over here. Feels like you can just get across the bumps a little easier. There is a rock down there. Every time I cross that, I'm looking for big rocks. And I've never hit one, but I just seen that there is a big rock down there in the bottom. Guess I've been lucky I haven't hit it yet. Let's go back here and see if we can make it up this steep gravel road. All right, let's start right here from the bottom. Bump it up to pedal assist 5. Let's go. This is pretty steep, guys. I'm in gear 3, gonna help it along a little bit. Try to stay seated though. So far, so good. This is the steepest part. All right, guys, there's the hill we came up right there, pretty steep. The bike made it up. I did help it out just a little bit. This is definitely the top of the hill because we got our cell phone tower. Let me take advantage of this step-through frame, get back on the bike. Nice and easy to get on. I'll head back down this way. It is a pretty steep hill. You can get up to 20 miles an hour on the downhill there, just coasting. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, puppy.
It's our first time seeing a bike.
That's because bikes are not allowed on the trail. All right, guys, I've been enjoying riding this bike a lot. Nice, smooth bike. Very simple. It just works. Comfortable seat. Comfortable basic suspension. You can drop off the edges like that, no problem. The bike is a great pedaler. The brakes are kind of basic, just basic mechanical disc brakes, but they get the job done. This bike is pretty light. Thing's got plenty of power. I got to tone it down here. Get you going faster than you even want to. Guys, I'm gonna stop right here. I am gonna do a little acceleration run. I'm supposed to do this at the beginning of the video when the battery is nice and peppy, but I totally forgot. So let's go ahead and do it now. Pedal says 5. $15. And there's 20. You will get just a little bit more pep than that out of a freshly charged battery, of course. And there is our top speed there, 20 miles an hour on the radar gun. Showing about 21 on board here. All right, guys, roll back into my area on the isinwheel U2. Let's see what we put on this ride for range. We did put 14 miles on this ride. We are sitting at 3 battery bars. I did see it drop down to 2 battery bars a couple times on this ride. So it's looking like a rider of my weight, 215 pounds, is going to be able to get somewhere between 20 and 25 miles of range out of this bike. If you do ride on the lower pedal assist levels, or you are a little bit lighter than 215 pounds, you might be able to get more range out of this bike. But 20 to 25 miles is a pretty good range. Something I did want to mention, guys, is when you do turn on the headlight here, it does not indicate on the screen, and it does not dim the screen down, but you can get here into the P settings by pressing the plus and minus. If you get to this P1, you can do the plus and minus and change this from kilometers to miles. Get over here to the P3. You can change this screen brightness here. It's on 2 right now. You can make it dimmer, or you can put it up to 3 and make it brighter. Then hold the M, power it down, and power it back up. Overall, guys, I did have a really enjoyable ride on this bike. It's a very comfortable bike to ride with that soft front suspension, that cushy seat with the suspension seat post. Just a nice bike to pedal. Just a really enjoyable ride, guys. The way the handlebars arch back to you, it's just a comfortable bike to be on. It does have the nice, useful rack on the back. There's not really a whole lot of bad things I could say about this bike, guys. It does come with mechanical disc brakes. Might be one of the upgrades you could do on this bike, put some hydraulic brakes on it. But these brakes will lock up the tires when you jam them really hard. But the overall feel of them is like mechanical disc brakes. All right, guys, if the isinwheel U2 is the bike for you, I will put the link for this bike in the description below the video. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more e-bike and scooter content like this. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one.